67. Are you laughing at the way I did that?
That was so intense. You were like, wow.
Yeah.
It was like Jim Carrey. It was
Yeah.
like you're the mask for a second.
Yeah,
there.
I was at one end of the desk.
Yeah.
And I was quickly at the other end. To
Right.
say, yeah.
Yeah. It was smoking.
Yeah, because
Sorry.
of Jim Carrey in the mask. Welcome to episode 67, the official podcast of the David A. Hale Public Library. I'm Eric Mickles.
And I'm Nick Gunning. Happy Thanksgiving, man. Did you have a nice Thanksgiving?
It's over. Right.
Over the
I did.
Thanksgiving weekend.
I had to go over to this friend's place, though.
Yeah.
And that was great.
Yes.
It was you.
I knew it. I knew it.
5 stars.
Yeah. We watched Garfield Thanksgiving.
Sure.
You are not about that at all.
No,
Not
I guess
at
not.
all.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Funny.
Congratulations going out to Gia, the Greyhound, who took Best in Show.
At the
dog show. Yeah.
Sure.
Yep. Anyway, what were you saying
There were
about?
some ugly dogs at that thing.
There sure were.
A lot of people are like, whoa, what a beautiful animal. I'm like, that is hideous.
Yeah.
It's a sad looking dog.
Yeah, it is sad.
So,
You were going somewhere.
With
Then I
what?
interrupted you with Gia.
Garfield?
Yeah, I guess so.
I used to watch the Garfield cartoon, Garfield
Yeah.
and Friends, a lot.
Oh, yeah, me
with
too.
The Friends part.
Well,
you
oh yeah, the U.S. Acres. Yeah,
Yes.
that was a comic strip too.
yeah, okay.
Anyway, you nailed it though with the Garfield Christmas is so sad.
Yeah.
like it's so
the
like
saddest.
heartwarming
Yeah.
and sad.
Grandmother's
Garfield
sad.
Halloween's actually used to freak me out as a child. So
Really?
this was my first time viewing Garfield's Thanksgiving.
Oh,
So,
okay.
you know,
Yeah.
nice to see Grandma
Sure.
in
yeah.
good spirits.
Ride up in her
this
motorcycle.
time.
So, after watching that,
Yeah.
I went online to go find the Garfield comics with Liz and him
Oh, yeah.
becoming official.
Yeah.
I thought they got married. No, they're just dating.
Oh, I thought they were
No, they're
married.
just boyfriend and girlfriend now.
Oh boy, wow.
So,
John, when are you gonna pull the trigger?
yeah.
Wow.
You better do it while you can, John.
It's a lot of upfront Garfield talk.
Sure is.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Book 62 of Garfield just came out, so that's like book news.
Well, there, I guess, yeah.
So, book
Yeah.
news you can use, I think.
Boy, this opening is languishing.
It's great. It's really good. Let's keep talking about Garfield.
Mm,
Oh, you want to move on?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's talk bookmark.
okay.
Did you get a lot of holiday reading done over the weekend?
No. You know what I did get some reading, though?
Tell me.
My wife watched 3 episodes of the new Gilmore Girls.
All right, don't tell me anything.
I won't, but I'm just saying.
All right.
That's like
5
4.5
hours,
hours,
basically,
5
yeah.
hours with breaks in
Yeah.
between. She
Yeah.
had a friend over.
Yeah.
Shout out to our listener, Sarah.
Oh, hey, Sarah.
Oh, that was a shout out.
Oh.
Try it again.
Hey, Sarah.
There you go.
Okay.
All right. So they watched that, and I just hung out in my little side room.
Uh-huh.
I don't like calling it a man cave.
No.
Because I feel
Den.
like
Den
yeah,
is classic.
My den.
Yeah, you're den.
I had one of my dogs come into that room with me.
Okay.
So I read some stuff during that time
Well,
because
do tell.
I didn't read a lot.
Okay.
I read a lot of Bruce Springsteen's book
Okay.
this week. You want to know some things I learned about Springsteen?
Yeah.
Well, obviously
think
Elvis
we all do.
was like a huge moment for him.
Sure.
He saw Elvis, got his first guitar, returned it like 2 weeks later because he sucked at it,
Mm-hmm.
and then the Beatles of all were next, with like the
Really?
next big thing. He was a huge Beatles fan. Apparently, he had the Beatles cut, the haircut, and everything.
Really?
I can't imagine.
Wow.
Bruce Springsteen, even like as a preteen or teenager,
Like we're talking mop top Beatles.
yeah,
Okay.
like he describes their first album, the Meet the Beatles,
Yeah.
as one of the having like the best album cover ever
That's a
for
good.
him.
That's a good. Do you know what the cover that is?
Isn't it just them like looking down?
It's their 4 faces. Like
Right.
they're wearing just black. It's just the faces.
Right.
Take all the pictures individually to light them right, and then it's a
Okay.
it's a good cover.
All right. Well, he described it as the best cover ever.
Huh.
So it just kind of struck me as like really because you can kind of pick up on Elvis a little bit in his music, but I can't hear the Beatles at all.
that is surprising.
So, but they were
Yeah.
big. And so he did pick up guitar again and stuck with it this time.
Well, he's a songwriter, right? I mean,
Yeah.
he writes. The Beatles kind of made that a popular thing,
That's probably true. yeah.
writing and playing their own music. So maybe that's
Well, he got teased at his high school
for the mop top.
for the
Well.
Beatles look.
Yeah,
So
that was his choice.
And I also read the 3 latest volumes, of the Walking Dead comics.
Ooh,
Here's the thing about
Yeah,
them.
okay.
I just read 3.
yep.
I basically skimmed them now.
Uh-huh.
I just said in my Goodreads review that I can remember very specific moments that happened throughout that series that made my jaw drop
Mm-hmm.
or like I couldn't even turn the page because what just happened was so horrible and shocking. I didn't want to see what was coming next.
Right.
And I can't remember the last time something like that happened. So
Well,
don't know.
I mean, they're up like volume
this
30 or
the,
something.
The one I
right?
just
mean,
read, the last one is 25.
25,
Or,
okay.
Nope. 26.
Okay.
So the thing is, like, he when he created the series, he wanted to create a zombie story, a zombie movie that happens after the zombie movie's credits end. Like you watch the movie and they kind of triumph it or something, and they go on. He wants to know what happens after the credits roll.
Just a bunch of bleak crap.
Right. But the thing is, like when that first started, it's like, yeah, let's do it. Zombie stories forever. But after like I started reading it in like 2004. So like at this point in my life, I'm just kind of like, man, I'm ready for this to
Has
go
it really
somewhere.
been, that's 12 years. It's really been going that long?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is long.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the 26 ended on issue 154.
Wow.
So, yeah, I don't know if he had like an end game in sight. Why not? But like at this point, as I'm reading these Walking Dead comics, I kind of root for the zombies now to like come. Like I want a horde of zombies to come in and just like have anything happen. Because like even at this point, like certain characters have just died recently. I'm like, oh yeah, that character, but they're like newer. Like a lot of the long-standing characters are gone.
Okay.
So it's kind of like just not attached
I see.
to anybody now. There's only a few
It's
left.
like ER season 13.
Is it?
Clooney's gone.
Oh sure. What about Juliana Margulies?
She's gone.
Oh, no.
No, Wiley's gone. There's nobody there.
Yeah.
So that's what you're going through
yeah,
right now.
you just don't care.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if other people. It's every now and then it seems like somebody else is like, man, these cliffhangers, just do something.
Yeah.
I don't know how much longer this
Well,
series
Robert
can go.
Kirkman, the author of this series,
Yeah.
is just announced the ending for his other long-running series,
Yeah.
Invincible. So maybe he's.
But
spying some ends.
Invincible's kept it going.
Yeah.
Because it's had like, I don't know, it has a much larger crowd.
Yeah.
It's not so bleak. Like this one, it's just like,
Well, I think you're pretty pigeonholed with the
Yeah.
plot of The Walking
with
Dead.
this one, it's
There's only
like
so much.
they wander, they find a place,
Yeah.
they try to revitalize humanity, it crashes, rinse, repeat.
Right.
And
Right.
you can only do that so many times. So,
All right.
but
So-
I can't stop reading it because I've been
yeah,
reading it forever.
You're so invested at
I
this
know.
point. Yep.
So,
Yep. That's how I felt with like the last 3 seasons of How I Met Your Mother. It's like I got to keep going.
Yeah.
I'm already in this far.
yeah.
And you're 12 years in, so you definitely
Yeah,
got to keep
no
going.
kidding.
All right.
I'm reading.
Anything else?
I just started reading. I didn't bring it up with me. It's Summoner Book 1. It's a young adult series.
Oh.
The first one's called The Apprentice. That
Okay.
seems right. It's it's like this. It's this popular series, and I haven't read it.
The Novice.
The Novice. Thank you.
The Novice by Taryn Matheru.
Yeah. So
Book 1 in the
I'm
Summoner
only on the third
series.
chapter, but
Okay. I love the cover.
yeah, the covers are really cool. They have like the first cover's blue, the second cover's green. They're like monocolored in tone, but they're eye catching. I don't know. They've been on the New York Times bestsellers list, so I gotta check them out.
Yeah, relatively new.
Yeah.
Right? Last couple of years.
Oh, I
Okay.
saw Moana.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So-
How was that?
Movie was fine. It wasn't. It was good. I shouldn't just say it was fine. It was really good. It's not my favorite Disney movie, but the soundtrack is so good.
Which we have here.
That's true.
We got it in our juvenile CD collection.
I've been listening to it like nonstop. The Rock has a solo song in it. Jermaine
Finally.
Clement from Flight of the Conchords is there. He has a song.
Good.
Lin-Manuel Miranda, he wrote the soundtrack with some people.
Of Hamilton fame.
Yeah, of Hamilton fame. And his voice is in there for one song. It's just cool. And it's that Polynesian, South Pacific type of music. So
Okay.
it's like it's different than anything else that like Disney has ever done in terms
Interesting.
of their soundtrack. So it's cool. I think the soundtrack's much better than Frozen's
Yeah.
in general.
Frozen's-
Because like every song in Moana, I'm like, yeah, all right, okay. But Frozen's like, can we skip this? Can we skip this?
Yeah.
Let it go.
Yeah.
So,
Speaking of which, we're showing Frozen on December 12th.
oh my gosh, the
at
segues.
3:30. So
yeah. I had trouble while watching it understanding the character of Moana herself.
Okay.
Like I described it to my wife as quirks on a quest. Like you just kind of like there's just a bunch of like quirks. Like she's so adorable, but she's gonna do it. But I guess I kind of as I listen to the soundtrack more, I'm like, oh okay, self-discovery.
okay.
So I guess that's the problem too I have with newer Disney movies. There's no like real villains. We talked about this.
Yeah.
There's no Jafar or Scar or Ursula's. There's always it's just like some kind of like monster,
Yeah.
but really you got to overcome your doubt.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So you would recommend this movie?
Yeah, I would definitely
All right.
recommend
All right,
Moana,
sounds
but
like
I would
some
also
faint-
recommend
some faint
Aladdin
praise, but-
because
oh my gosh,
Aladdin had self-doubt,
Yeah.
but he also had
Yeah.
Jafar.
He had to overcome self-doubt and a genie,
Yeah,
evil Jafar genie.
Yeah.
In the end.
yeah, sure.
Yeah. You remember Return of Jafar?
Yeah, that was scary
Jason
as a kid.
Alexander.
I haven't. Who's Jason Alexander?
He's I can't think of his name. Abismal? Is that?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think so.
Really? Return of Jafar?
Yeah. He's the one who gets the lamp. He's Jafar's
right.
master.
Was that Jason Alexander?
It was,
I'm sorry,
yeah.
I can't get past
No, it
it.
was.
When I was a kid,
Yeah.
that movie, like watching it the first time, because I think I was by myself, like just downstairs watching on the TV.
Yeah.
It was kind of scary.
It is scary,
Because
yeah.
like bad things are just happening. Like
Yeah.
really bad. Like
Yeah.
the bad guy is there, he's doing bad things. But then like you watch it now, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
not so scary or good.
I'm feeling this. I feel we watched the Aladdin trilogy.
I don't want to watch the trilogy. I just want to watch Aladdin.
No, we're gonna watch all three.
I don't remember liking Prince of Thieves at
You're
all.
committed.
I
Prince of
remember
Thieves, King of Thieves.
Kings. Oh, sorry. I gave him
Prince
a-
of Thieves is Kevin
What was
Costner's
good
Robin
about
Hood.
King of Thieves?
What it was. I mean, Robin Williams was back as the genie.
Yeah.
First of all, the music's fun.
I just remember being a kid and
great-
going like, mm-mm.
Ah,
You know what I do
think
like
you're
about
wrong.
the sequels?
What?
I like that Return of the Jafar basically started the animated series.
Yeah.
And King of Thieves basically ended
yeah,
the
straight, yeah,
and
it ends kind of the whole
I love how like
saga.
Yeah, they become Disney did pretty good with that with their cartoons,
Yeah.
making them like canonical with movies because they did that with the Goof Troops. They gave them the Goofy movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, Goof Troops is totally Disney
Classic.
canon.
I love these classic Disneys.
Yeah, so
It's great stuff.
classic Disney's. We're talking about the Goof Troop. Do you count Goof Troop as classic Disney?
Well, I guess.
Pauly
there's-
Shores and his Leaning
there's-
Tower of
There's
Cheesa.
classic Disney, which would be like the super early, like the Snow White to like
Yeah.
Peter Pan era.
Well, they
But
call
then there's like 90s Disney.
Yeah, Little
you know?
Mermaid on to Tarzan. They call the Disney Renaissance
Yeah,
or
that
Waking
makes
Sleeping
sense.
Beauty.
Yeah.
So, and I
Yeah.
think they've changed it again. Starting with Tangle is the new era of successful Disney.
Okay.
Because they were not good for a long
Right.
time.
Right.
Starting, I guess Lilo and Stitch and Emperor's New Groove are in that weird space where they're good.
Yeah.
But no one puts them in that category.
Yeah.
I think Home on the Range to
Oh, boy, yeah.
whatever was the one before Tangled. What was it? Bolt?
Yeah.
Meet the Robinsons?
I liked Bolt. I hated Meet the Robinsons.
Really?
I liked Bolt.
All right.
Travolta. I mean, what are you gonna do? He's just classic
Yeah.
Travolta.
Is he? Classic Travolta's Bolt?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
He sings in it.
Yeah,
Anyway,
he was
it's
he
neither
was
here
that
nor there.
generation's Billy Joel then.
Yeah, he was.
He was Dodger.
That's right.
The Dodge.
All right, is that it for you as far as movies and books?
Yeah.
For the weekend? Okay.
Hey man, I want you to know
Yeah.
you don't need to worry. Why should you worry?
Right. Yeah. Oliver and Company.
Yeah.
Billy Joel. I get it.
Why should you care?
No, I
Air,
don't know.
air.
That is a great song. I'll tell you that. You know, Oliver is a little tiny Joey Lawrence.
No, I didn't.
Joey Lawrence versus Oliver.
You know, Oliver and
True
Company
story.
is like the most needlessly sad introduction.
Yeah.
That's stupid. Like, here's the cutest kitten you'll ever see
It's
in a
the
cardboard
Nobody
box
wants
getting
that kid.
washed out.
With Huey Lewis being like,
What?
it's always what's... Yeah.
What world is it when like that kitten in a box that says free kittens isn't going home with
Nobody
somebody?
wants that kitten.
That's crazy. How cold is
know.
New York City in
I don't know.
1980s Disney?
Well, let
Go
me-
on.
Yes, I will. So here's what I finished. I finished a couple of graphic novels. I read Invincible Iron Man, Long Way Down. This is number 10 in that long-running Iron Man series. I'm getting a little fatigued on it.
You got one left to go.
I know.
I don't know what
I'll
you're
make
crying
it through.
about.
I'll make it through. I also read All New Wolverine, Four Sisters.
That's with Laura.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a last name
Is
yet, does she?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Is she his
Clone.
clone? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
X-23.
Yes.
She
Okay.
is. Her first appearance was in X-Men Evolution, the cartoon series.
Really?
And then they brought her into the comics.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
she is a female clone of Wolverine.
Okay. You know, I think
She's like the only good clone, I believe.
Okay. All right.
So.
This one's called the Four Sisters, and she's working with like 4 other clones
Oh.
in it.
I guess there's other clones. Okay.
The tone of this, I think they were going for kind of a Jessica Jones, Captain Marvel sort
Yeah.
of vibe, which worked pretty well.
Yeah.
So this is one we have in our collection. You can check it out here. I also finished Bloodline by Claudia Gray, which I was
Star Wars Bloodline.
Star Wars Bloodline,
You
yeah.
gotta say that so people know what you're talking
I was
about.
into this
Crazy
for
man.
a while, and it just
Why do you have a fork?
lost me. It just got so dull. And I mean, I love Leia, so I was
Yeah.
excited about a Princess Leia book where she like does cool things, but she didn't do cool
Yeah.
things.
Well, she's
It was
a
just-
politician now.
I know, which is kind of a drag. So
Can you name a book where Leia's done cool things? I almost called it Princess Leia.
Yeah,
My
you did.
mistake. Sorry.
sure, the Crystal Skull.
Did you say Crystal
No.
Skull? Nobody did
Crystal-
cool things in the Crystal Skull.
Crystal Star by
Oh.
Vonda McIntyre. She's good in.
Okay.
She's good in the Thrawn trilogy. She does a lot of cool stuff.
She does?
Yeah.
I read that trilogy.
Yeah, she
What
does.
cool stuff does
Star
she do?
Wars Crucible. She's got a big like Jedi battle.
Okay.
Lots of cool stuff.
I just remember her missing Han Solo a lot in the Thrawn trilogy. And
I
be
suppose
like, get
that's
over
true.
it.
I suppose that's true. I also read Leonard by William Shatner.
My friend Leonard.
My 50-year friendship with a remarkable man. So this is William Shatner writing basically a biography of Leonard Nimoy, but it's a
Right.
little more about like their connection and their friendship. So I thought it was very well written. I listened to the
Kind of want to hear
audiobook.
Leonard's story on it now,
Yeah.
though. Like, really?
Well, actually, I thought Shatner was pretty good about being like, I was jealous at this point, and I let ego sort of get in the way of things. I thought he did a good job of owning a lot of these things. But I thought, obviously, it's kind of, if you're not into Star Trek, you probably won't be that interested
Right.
in it. But it is just, it is good by itself. Just a couple of dudes. Him just talking about his friendship. But the audiobook was really great. Because
Are you into Star Trek?
I do like the
I
Star
asked
Trek.
looking at your Deanna Troy bobblehead.
Yeah, thank you. That's from my brother Steve. Shout out to Steve.
All right.
Woo!
Yeah, you got Deanna Troy and then Star Trek Beyond Captain
Yeah.
Kirk. But you also got
James T. Kirk's Survival Deer.
Is that Zachary Quinto's Spock?
No, that's Nimoy.
That's Nimoy's Spock, but
Yeah.
then that's
They're both from Star Trek 2009.
right.
Yeah.
So that's Simon Pegg.
Katura gave me those.
Right.
They're from the...
That's
yeah.
Simon Pegg. But wait, hold
Yeah.
on. I don't have my glasses. Who is
Okay.
that up there? Oh, that's Princess Leia.
Okay, now we're going through all the things
Sorry,
around
no,
my desk.
I thought that maybe was Spock's mom from the 2009 reboot, but that's Leia. Yeah. Sorry.
Anyway, but it was very good, and I think the audiobook, his audiobook reading of it, they did a really interesting thing where they he made some mistakes here and there, and sort of like, it wasn't a perfectly flawless recording. Like they didn't go back and fix things; they just kind of let it go, and it made it seem so much more like just a conversation. So, I would recommend the book. But I would definitely recommend the audiobook more. I think that makes it a lot more fun.
Yeah.
So finished those. I'm currently reading, that put me in a Star Trek mood, so I picked up Dreams of the Raven by Carmen Carter.
Okay.
Which is a Star Trek book.
Yeah.
And it's oddly reminiscent of Star Trek Beyond. Like they have kind of a similar plot. The Enterprise goes to help this, response to a distress call with this unaligned planet. They get ambushed. Enterprise is out of commission. They have to try to make do with an abandoned old ship. Mm-hmm. So,
All right.
it's reminding me of Star Trek Beyond. Pretty good stuff. And then I'm also reading volume 6 of Ultimate Fantastic Four called Frightful.
It's time to get fantastic.
Dun,
It's
dun,
time
dun,
to
dun,
get
dun, dun,
fantastic.
dun.
Sorry, that's an in joke.
It is,
I guess.
yeah. It's a song
That's
I
just
sing.
it's just a song we do whenever we talk about the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
So
Ultimate Fantastic Four remains one of our most popular series down to the graphic novels.
Great.
It's still up there high.
awesome. Let's get more.
So we've got the first couple of volumes, and the
Yeah.
STLS system has most of them. So
Yeah.
I got this. I can't remember from which library, but in our system. So anyway, that's it for me. I've got a whole stack of Christmas books here waiting. I've got,
Great.
let me just show you here. I've got The Dogs of Christmas by
Great.
W. Bruce Cameron. I've got The Christmas Note by Donna Van Lieri, part of the Christmas Shoes series. I've got The Christmas Clock
Uh-huh.
by Cat Martin.
Yeah.
And finally, I've got The Christmas Bus by Melody Carlson.
Okay.
So I haven't quite decided. I'm definitely going to read the Christmas Note, Donna Van Lieri.
Yeah, sure.
Not sure which of these other ones I'm going to get
I think
to.
you got to
but
read the
this-
Christmas bus.
You want me to read the Christmas Bus?
Sure, yeah.
All right.
You going uptown?
All
No,
right.
sir. It's Christmas.
Sure.
Downtown.
Sure, I'll do it. All right, I'm in. So I got my Christmas reading. Are you gonna do any? You don't do Christmas reading. You're
I
not
don't.
Gonna, you're not gonna.
No.
You don't even want to watch Christmas movies.
I don't know.
Crazy.
I've become like a real humbug about Christmas.
Yeah.
Except on Christmas Day. Then I want to open my presents
Then
up.
you're real excited.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of humbug, we're gonna be showing the. Who is that? Who's in this one? Do you remember? Is it Seymour Hicks?
I don't know. It's like one of the original ones.
Yeah, it's from 1938. We're showing the 1938 version of A Christmas Carol.
Okay.
2:00 on December 20th. That's a Tuesday. That's our senior matinee. But anybody
I
can
do
come.
want to watch Scrooged this year because I
With
still
Bill
haven't seen
Murray?
it. Yeah, I've never seen it.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Have you seen it?
Yes. Do not watch it without me.
All right. Do you own it?
No, I don't.
How are we gonna watch it?
We'll find it.
We gotta
We'll
get it
it
for
from
the
the
library.
system. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Good call.
It was on Netflix at one point.
Yeah, it was. All right. That's it for bookmark,
Christmas
I
news?
guess. No, we got all of our. Oh, but I'll mention that I did see The Arrival.
What? Without
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, without you.
What did we see instead?
What are you talking about?
We-
We saw Jack Reacher.
Oh yeah, great.
Yeah, but that wasn't our fault. Nothing else really lined up.
Don't tell me anything about Arrival, but you can tell me if it was good or not.
It was very good.
All right.
Yeah, my wife loved it, as did I. It was just, it was good. It was well done. It's really impossible to talk about.
Yeah, but your favorite X-Men movie is Origins Wolverine?
No,
Oh,
no.
I was trying to compare
You
your
trying
bad
to
taste.
say I have bad taste?
Yeah,
I
sure.
understand. I understand.
Your,
That's it.
your favorite Star Trek is Insurrection?
No, no. That's closer though. That's a good example.
Yeah.
Let's talk book
Insurrection's not
news. What do we got coming out? I want to know what's coming out right now.
At this very moment?
Yeah,
Uh,
this week.
okay. These are the books that are coming out November 29th.
Okay.
This is part of our segment we call Book News, as Nick already said. I don't know why I'm saying
No,
this
editorializing. No, I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
Who's Joe Malone?
I don't know.
Well, this is her story.
Oh,
Let's see what she's about. Inspirational British businesswoman, responsible for creating her globally renowned
Say
beauty
no more.
business.
Say
and most
no
recently, her new brand, Joe Loves.
Joe loves.
Joe Loves. Joe Loves Joe Problems.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I have no idea what she does. Scented candles, maybe. Anyways, this is her story. Joe
okay.
Malone, my story, but Joe Malone.
Okay.
If you know who Joe Malone is, please
Yeah.
write to us.
Yeah.
Explain
P.O.
to
Box.
us,
Just
Joe
kidding. I
Malone.
don't know.
Fiction. Oh, Batman, a celebration of the classic TV series by Robert Garcia and Joe DeCess.
One of the
That's right.
three.
So,
Joe D.
hey, they're calling
This
it
is
the
about
definitive book of all fans of the popular 60s show.
The Adam West, Burt Ward.
Yeah, presented in a lavish hardcover edition, this book features classic images, rare stills, photography, and production art, and serves as the ultimate tribute for fans of the series.
Well, that does sound lavish.
Now, at long last, collectors and Bat fans alike can indulge in detailed and in-depth look at the show that inspired generations. Okay.
Okay. I'll read
Yeah.
it.
Are you going to get it for the
Why
library?
not? Maybe.
Is that a yes?
Yeah.
Okay. We got to calm down our... what do you call it? Charisma? Boy,
I don't
I
know.
was high energy when this started.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
You know what it is? Book news stinks this week.
Oh, okay.
There's like nothing
All
coming
right.
out.
Well-
Here's a non-fiction book that some people are probably excited about.
Okay.
My wife included.
Yeah.
Talking as fast as I can, from Gilmore Girls to Gilmore Girls and everything in between, by Lauren Graham.
Ah, good timing, Lauren. What with the Gilmore Girls: A Year in the Life just dropping.
Yeah.
That's going to boost some sales.
So,
It's going to be a lot of wife's Christmas presents this year. I'll
Yeah.
tell you that.
yeah. Maybe.
What else you got?
You just a whole bunch of husbands like, shut up, Nick. Really, George? Really, Craig?
Yeah.
I assume.
We've just boosted the sales
Wait,
right
didn't
now.
we have who? Craig and George. That was our book series, right?
Craig and George?
Yeah.
Yeah, like two guys that go around, just having fun together.
It was like a making fun of the night and
Yeah.
day series and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Craig
Yeah.
and George.
Yeah.
Just regular guys.
Just two guys
But-
just living their dream.
Always get a new series,
Yeah.
new book in their series out.
Good stuff.
Yeah. All right. What else we got? That's
I
it for
don't know.
nonfiction.
That sounds like
All
a
right.
pretty meager.
Yeah, let's get through the fiction. Let's get out of this book
All right,
news.
let's do it.
Prince Lestat and the Realms of Atlantis: The Vampire Chronicles
Yes.
by Anne Rice.
Anne Rice.
I didn't realize the vampires were dealing with Atlantis.
Apparently, yeah.
I'm
I
kind
don't
of
know.
intrigued because I never thought about combining Atlantis and vampires.
Yeah.
But
Well,
why not?
You know who has? Anne Rice.
Yeah, she has.
Yep.
So I can't believe this is still going. This is the
Interview with the Vampire.
yeah. Wow.
It is.
To Capture What We Cannot Keep by Beatrice Collin. The cover looks a lot like the Light We Cannot See.
Oh,
So, or the
Yeah.
other one. What was the other one that I always confused that with?
Light Between Oceans.
Maybe it's that one.
Those are relatively similar covers.
Look, it doesn't
Blue
matter.
star
Yeah.
pattern.
Well, it's the Eiffel Tower.
oh, that's all.
So.
Probably all light we cannot see.
Okay. Well, this is To Capture What We Cannot Keep
Okay.
by Beatrice Collin. She didn't write that, right?
No.
Either one of those?
No.
I guess it would say.
Yep.
From the author of.
M.L. Stedman was Light Between Ocean. Anthony Dewar is All the Light We Cannot See.
She wrote The Glimmer Palace.
Okay.
Okay. When all the girls have gone, the party's over.
Yeah.
No, this is
okay.
This is a
No,
different book.
When All the
It's
Girls Have
Jane Ann Krentz,
Okay.
best-selling author of The Secret Sisters.
All right.
Didn't we know about that? Didn't we talk about that?
Probably.
Secret Sisters.
Probably.
I thought I made a joke about it. Like,
We've talked
"Shh,
about Jade.
Are we sisters? Shh.
It's a secret.
Don't tell. Okay. When Charlotte Sawyer is unable to contact her stepsister, Jocelyn, to tell her that one of her closest friends was found dead, she discovers that Jocelyn has vanished.
Uh-oh.
So,
Jocelyn, where are you?
shh, it's a secret.
Oh, sorry.
We're secret sisters.
Got it.
Okay. The whole town's a talking. I added that a talking. It's just the
talking.
whole town's talking.
Oh, okay.
A novel
All right.
by Fanny Flagg.
Huh, I kind of like yours better.
Thanks, man.
Fanny Flagg, author of Fried Green Tomatoes.
And The Whistle Stop Cafe.
That's the same book. Fried Green Tomatoes at the Whistle Stop Cafe is the full title.
Okay.
Great movie. I love that movie.
But that's just called Fried Green Tomatoes.
It's just called Fried Green
Yeah,
Tomatoes.
they knew better.
Yeah, they did.
All right. Because then now she can't write a sequel called
Called
The Whistle Stop
The
Cafe.
Whistle Stop Cafe.
Yeah. Well, anyways, this is The Whole Town's Talking. I don't think it's in the same series.
Okay.
They call it a fun-loving, moving novel about what it means to truly be alive.
I love fun.
Do you like to be truly alive?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like a good book for me.
Oh, geez. This is not the way to sell this book for me. A novel in the tradition of Thornton Wilder's Our Town.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That's what the Fanny Flagg one was?
Yeah.
Oh, weird. All right.
All right. The Flame Bearer, a Saxon tale.
Look
or
out.
Saxon tales.
Okay.
Bernard Cornwell. Do we
Yeah.
have much Bernard
Yeah, we
Cornwell
do.
in our thing?
We
Is
do.
he popular?
No. Used to be.
Yeah.
Used to be a bigger name.
Yeah. Saxon.
I think it appeals to a pretty old crowd.
Ooh. A richer crowd.
Yeah.
Richer in taste.
Yeah.
Not economy-wise.
Right. Maybe economy-wise.
Yeah.
If they've handled their
Yeah.
investments well. Over the years, I mean,
Yeah. Well, the Microsoft stocks are doing great.
Yeah.
Where's my Cornwell? Oh, the Saxons again. How droll. Bernard! Fetch me my bookmark.
Wait, now the author is there talking with these people? Giving them bookmarks? They must be really rich.
I forgot that the guy's first name was
Bernard.
Bernard. Yeah, I was saying his butler.
His butler.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
I also imagine his bookmark is just a man who stands there with the book
Yeah.
open on page
Yeah.
at the whole time, like,
That's true.
shall you be reading Cornwell today,
Yeah.
sir?
Yeah, sets it
No.
out in the morning with his
Yeah.
slippers.
Vampire Academy is getting their 10th anniversary edition.
Oh, I didn't get
It's
him
been
anything.
10 years since the Vampire... How old were you when Vampire Academy 1 came out?
I was 23.
I was 20.
Wow, that's
So.
great.
Yeah. Oh, you're not much older than I thought. See, now that I'm 30,
Yeah.
you seem a lot less old
Yeah.
than you did before.
Yeah,
So...
I've always been this much older.
Have
than
you ever read The Vampire Academy?
Yeah.
Is that true?
No.
Oh.
No.
Did you see the movie?
No.
Okay. Well, whatever. I'm
Okay.
sure there are fans.
Yeah.
The books don't really check out all
Yeah.
the time.
I will tell you, speaking of vampires, my sister-in-law is loving Stephanie Meyer's new book, The Chemist.
Oh, yeah?
Stephanie Meyer, author of the Twilight Saga.
Right. Life and Death.
Yeah, the gender
No,
swap.
Life
yeah.
and Rebirth? Life and Rebirth?
I think
don't
it's Life
remember.
and Death.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know.
So, yeah,
Anyway,
I can't wait for the
she's
gender
loving
swap
The
Chemist.
Chemist, which is just a spy thriller like Jason Bourne style.
Oh, really?
So,
Okay.
Yep.
Good for Stephanie Meyer.
yeah.
I wonder. Oh, I haven't even opened the New York Times
Bouncing
bestsellers.
back.
I don't know.
We'll
maybe
see.
It's going to be up there.
We'll see.
Also, I thought I mentioned this. This is another young adult book.
Okay.
The Battle of Hackham Heath. It's Ranger's Apprentice, the early years. This is the second early years book.
Oh, we got
the second
prequels.
of the prequel series.
What is
So-
that, like 12?
You got 12, as far as I know, yes, 12 Ranger's
12
Apprentice
Ranger's
books, and you
Apprentice.
got
And this
six
is
Brother
this
Band
like
books.
Fantasy?
Yeah, it's fantasy.
Okay.
Don't be silly.
No,
Yes.
sorry.
No, the Ranger's Apprentice.
The park ranger.
Yeah.
Hey, boo boo.
Yeah, you.
Like a
so
Yogi-
funny.
like a
our
Yogi
our
Bear.
cultural footprints are all over the place.
Yeah.
Not our cultural footprints. I mean the things we got our footprints on. Things that have their footprints on us.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna stop. Look
So-
at the New York Times.
That one about footprints. Wait, I got to do my book news.
Yeah.
All right, let me tell you what's going on. So Eric's told us what's coming out this week.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Wait,
what's
shouldn't
coming.
we have done the bestsellers list first? Like last week, Nick? That's right.
Forgive me for trying something new.
Yeah.
We
In
got a
case-
series of book shots coming out.
Oh no!
I'm just gonna
This
tell
is
you-
because I brought up the.
I'm just
how we
going to
did
tell
change
you
the order last
very
week.
briefly. We've got
Ooh.
French Twist by James Patterson and Richard DeLallo. This is another in the Luc Moncref French detective in the NYPD series. We've got Malicious. This is the second Mitchum story. Mitchum is like
Mitchum.
just a
Hey,
book,
Mitchum, go about your business.
just a book shot series. This is
Yeah.
the second Mitchum book with James O'Born.
Stop saying Mitchum.
And finally,
Mitchum.
and this one, I mean, it's weird.
Mitchum.
The Women's War by James Patterson and Shan Seraphin. Former Marine Corps Colonel Amanda Collins and her lethal team of women warriors have vowed to avenge her family's murder, and they have nothing left to lose. So,
Huh.
yeah, I don't know.
That seems different for him.
Yeah, your favorite
Amazons?
rap star, your favorite DJ, MC Beaton, dropping her
kept thinking, like, how does he know
Dropping
about
her-
any of my
her
preferred DJs?
This is book 32 in the Hamish Macbeth series, Death of a Ghost.
Yeah. Are you
Wrap-
naming your second child Hamish?
Wrap your mind around that one for a minute. Death of a Ghost.
Wait, what?
You know what? Ask me what I call that.
What do you call that?
Overkill. Oh! With apologies to MC Beaton, of course.
Yeah.
New York Times bestselling author MC Beaton is back with a new mystery featuring Scotland's
She never
cleverest
left.
but most unambitious policeman, Hamish Macbeth. We're reading the Christmas book, Hamish Macbeth's Christmas book.
I'm gonna buy you that
contemporary
Hamish
classics.
Macbeth.
So. And finally, well, in standard print, Buffalo native Lawrence Block getting back into the writing game. He'd sort of stopped for a long time. He's run the long-running Burglar series, which was made into a movie with Whoopi Goldberg, I think.
Hold on.
Yeah, and then he also does the Matthew Scudder books, which I really like those. And there was just Walk Among the Tombstones with Liam Neeson recently.
Oh yeah.
Lawrence Block. Anyway, he's coming back with a new one called Resume Speed. It's a novella, but it's getting crazy good reviews. Mm-hmm. So keep a lookout for that. That's going to be coming. It looks like in February we'll have this one, February 16th.
What if every time you shared a piece of news, I was just like, mm-hmm?
I don't know. It could work.
Let's try it. Okay, go ahead.
Now we're going to switch over to large print, Inheriting Edith by Zoe Fishman. Mm-hmm. Thank you. A poignant breakout novel for fans of J. Courtney Sullivan, and I think we all are. I've never heard of that author. J. Courtney Sullivan? Does that ring any bells
No.
to you? Okay.
I know Jai Courtney.
Oh, yeah, he's different, though. And Ellen Hildebrand, about a single mother who inherits a beautiful beach house with a caveat: she must take care of the ornery elderly woman who lives in it. Classic. The ornery elderly woman is played by Tyler Perry.
Is that true?
No, it's not. I made that up. But Tyler Perry, call your agent, because this is a perfect Medea story. Anyway, Zoe Fishman's Inheriting Edith coming out in large print. We're going to have this, looks like, in February.
Okay.
Finally.
You know what I always
this
confuse
is
Walk
one
Among the
for you.
Tombstones with?
What?
Run All Night. Because they came
Different.
around the same time. They're both Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson, yeah.
Taking a, walking / jogging.
He's gonna fight with his intensity to
Yeah. All right.
overcome.
So what were you saying?
This one I've been saving for last because I know I'm pretty sure you read the first in this series. So this is book 2 in the Ice Mountain series. Is that right? Have you read this?
What?
Okay. Book 2 in the Ice Mountain series, An Amish Man of Ice Mountain.
You're right.
Now, you read the first one?
Yes, I did.
You did.
But it was a little too risque for me.
It was too risque.
Yes.
Okay, so The
Yeah.
Amish Bride of Ice Mountain, you've read.
Abraham, get this. He walked into the house, took off his top hat. No, thank you.
Oh my gosh.
No, thank you.
That is saucy.
I like to keep the
That-
thoughts in my head
That,
pure.
sir, is saucy.
Yeah.
Joseph King has good reasons to work an oil rig far from his beloved Ice Mountain and to mind his own business. He hopes to protect his younger brother Edward from worldly influences, and maybe he can finally forget how yielding to temptation forced him to leave home in disgrace.
Yeah.
Still, no honorable Amish man would let Priscilla Allen and her 4-year-old daughter remain homeless, living out of their car.
Right,
and how can he not be drawn to the feisty waitress's bravery and hidden strength?
Yeah.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
Put yourself in his boots.
Yeah. Look,
For
I don't
just
want to
a
sound
minute.
like a prude, but this character
Yeah.
is... I can't say the word.
Oh.
I don't want to shame him.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
Though his last name is Seamus.
Yeah. That's true. Oh, wow. Offering Priscilla a home on Ice Mountain as his wife in name only.
Goodness.
Gives her a place to... This is like a mirror has two faces situation.
Don't know what that means.
It's that movie.
No.
Jeff Bridges and Barbara Streisand.
No.
He's like an academic. He wants a wife.
Okay.
Just like a companion, not like a lover.
Uh-huh.
And so they get married.
Uh-huh.
And it's a platonic thing.
Okay.
But it probably doesn't stay that way. Or maybe it does. I don't know.
Okay.
But maybe the same thing will happen. Maybe there's going to be some thawing up there on Ice Mountain.
Okay.
You think? If I do say so myself. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, new and large print.
Yeah.
New York Times bestseller list. Bring it home.
Okay. Bad news, Stephanie Meyer.
Oh, no.
You went from whatever you were at last week to number 12.
Ooh.
You are not in the top 10
Eek.
list.
Was
Here's
she
the
even
thing.
on- was she on it
You
last
wrote
week?
Twilight. Nobody likes you anymore.
You know what, though? With this book, I feel like they must be trying to distance it from her whole
Yeah.
franchise because there's been like no fanfare. Nobody's like, new Stephanie Meyer's book. It's like,
Yeah.
by
That's
the way,
because...
there's a new Stephanie Meyer.
Yeah. That's the problem when you write something like Twilight. You're just known as the person who wrote Twilight.
Yeah, although
Like, I'm not going to you could tell me The Chemist is like one of the best spy novels you've ever read, but I'm gonna be like, no, thank you. She wrote Twilight. So
Yeah.
and the host.
A little bit of typecasting there.
Yeah.
Would you say? Still,
Typing casting.
I like
because
it.
she types.
number 12 on the New York Times bestseller list is not too shabby.
Yeah, 2 to 12.
Was she 2?
Wasn't she at number 2?
I don't remember. I don't
She wasn't
remember
at
if
number 1.
I don't remember she was even on it
No,
before.
she was. She was
Oh,
in the
okay.
top 10.
Oh,
I can
she
go
was.
back.
That's all right.
All right,
No.
let's get to number 10.
Number 10.
Actually, maybe I should tell you what's on number 11.
Okay.
Because it's new this week. It's The Sleeping Beauty Killer by Mary Higgins Clark. She didn't make it into the top 10.
Debuting a little low.
Yeah.
MCC.
Mary Higgins Lark.
Yeah.
Wait, does that make sense?
No. Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Sure. Mary Higgins Clark and Alifair Burke. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is. I bet this one's going to pick up because this is exactly the kind of thing you're going to get your grandma for Christmas.
Okay.
You know, pick
Yeah.
up this latest Sleeping
Yeah.
Beauty Killer, Mary
Yeah.
Higgins Clark. For
Sure.
grandma. Get it for grandma.
Okay. My grandmother has passed away. You heartless monster.
Wow. Get it for your grandma-in-law.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Well, she likes mugs. So,
Okay, well,
all right, number 10.
I can't help you with your shopping.
Number 10 new this week, Catalyst, Star Wars Catalyst, Rogue One.
We got it.
Yeah,
We
James
got it right here.
James Lucino. Mm-hmm. He's written a few other Star Wars
He
stuff,
has,
right? Yeah.
yes. Yeah.
Rogue One. Hey, are we going to go see that together?
Yeah.
I feel like sometime, like now, we have to plan to go see movies like a month in advance together.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah,
Rogue One.
I'm in. Let's
We
do
saw
it.
episode 7 together.
Yeah, we did.
And you were like, I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
Just kidding. You
I
were
was
fine.
really excited about
Yeah.
that one. We almost died. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
It
in
was
the snow.
terrible
Yeah.
weather.
Yeah, who was driving that day?
It was me.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, but we did brave through like the first real blizzard of the year.
True.
To go see Star Wars
Yeah, we
Episode
did.
7.
We did.
And yeah, it wasn't snowy like on our way back.
No.
Just on the way there through
way
the back
there was-
roads of Western New York.
Yeah.
We're like, we gotta see the movie.
Yeah, I know. It was spooky.
Number 9, The Wrong Side of Goodbye by Michael Connolly. Hey Nick, see you later.
Oh, what? I thought
Bye.
you were, I thought you were going to stay.
See ya.
Eric! Man, I'm on the wrong side of goodbye.
Number 8, new this week, The Mistletoes, or just The Mistletoe Secret. It's Richard Paul Evans.
Uh-oh. The Mistletoe Secret Sisters?
Yes. Yeah.
Sister, I have to tell you something.
It's about the mistletoe.
No, don't say that here.
sorry, okay.
It's a secret.
Okay, secrets.
Secret Sisters.
Sorry. Number 7, new this week, Chaos by Patricia Cornwell.
Ah!
Yeah, that was Chaos?
It was just
yeah.
chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a theory about that.
Yeah. A chaos theory?
Yes, if you will.
Do tell.
It's mainly about life.
All right, things are starting to drag. Must go faster.
Okay. Number 6, 2 by 2 by Nicholas Spark.
Still there.
Doing better than Mary Higgins Clark.
Go on, Sparky.
Yeah. Number 5, new this week. Oh, number 5. Audacity. Audacity? Audacity.
I can't see it, so I
It's
don't know.
Clive Cussler and Dirk Cussler.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yes.
Whatever.
It's the plain one.
Yeah, the
Going
plane.
down in the water. Number 4, Night School by Lee Child. So remember, Jack Reacher's going back for school.
Yeah, TV VCR repairman.
Yeah,
Still
sure.
back at night. Yep.
What do you mean it's a dead technology? Well,
Yeah.
because they take place. This could be taking
Yeah,
place
it
in
could be taking place
1994.
in the 90s, and then it
This
would've
is a
been like-
booming industry.
Yeah, yeah.
Never going anywhere.
Yeah. Never go back to TV VCR repair
Jack
school.
Reacher's set for life.
Yep.
I think they did adapt that into The Cable Guy.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Jim Carrey played
You're
Jack
right.
Reacher.
You're right.
Number
Yeah.
3, The Whistler by John Grisham.
Just whistling.
You're just whistling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That whistle pattern was more interesting than the plot of The Whistler.
Ooh.
Take that.
Yeah. Should we just whistle into the microphones, just both of us?
Yeah.
Like, I can't when I'm smiling. Oh well.
Okay.
Number 2, No Man's Land, David Baldacci.
Mm-hmm.
Baldacci.
Baldacci.
Yeah. So, are you gonna read? You haven't read David Baldacci.
You know, this is one that I've tried a couple of times, and I never really can get into his writing.
Okay.
But I put him on the book club schedule for next year.
What book?
We'll be reading Split Second, which is the first of the King and Maxwell
Spoiler.
books.
Oh, you didn't announce what we were going to talk about. Well, it's too late now.
Yeah, it is.
Oh well.
Okay.
Number 1, she's doing pretty good for herself. Turbo 23, Janet Ivanovich.
Janet Ivanovich.
No co-writer in sight.
No, she doesn't
She's
need it.
killing it.
Sometimes she writes with Woof Sutton
Yeah.
on some of those other books.
Also, it could be a ghostwriter. You never know.
Could be a ghostwriter,
Yeah.
yeah. A William Johnstone situation.
Who?
William Johnstone.
Who?
William Johnstone.
Stop saying the name.
Oh, sorry. Western author William Johnstone, long dead,
Oh.
but it still carries on under
Okay.
that banner. He's still listed. He's still listed as an author with that one. It's not even like William Johnstone.
Right. The Whistler.
It's just William
Sure.
Johnstone. Anyway, does that bring us to a close?
That brings us to a close. The
Stephanie Meyer.
The Chemist by Stephanie Meyer debuted at number 5 last week.
5.
Went
Okay.
from 5 to 12.
Okay. Still, it's moving a lot of
Yeah.
units. Not
Yeah.
bad. Not bad.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Okay. Well, today we're going to talk a little bit about book clubs. Book clubs here at the library. Book clubs in your own homes. Book clubs out in the community. But mostly we're going to talk about the library
Yeah,
book
what
club
is
because that's the important thing.
Hey, quick question.
Yeah.
Star Wars Ahsoka.
Yeah.
The novel.
Yeah.
Are you getting that? We're getting that.
We have it.
Is it going? We have it.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Adult sci-fi.
Okay. Everybody's putting it in the young adult section.
It has a young adult look to it. We could move it if you want.
I don't know.
Okay.
Let's not have this.
We'll take a
let's not
look.
air our
Readers,
dirty
if you've
laundry.
read it, tell us if you think it's adult.
It's in the young adult bestsellers list. That's why.
Oh, okay.
It's at like number 4.
Let's move it over.
It's doing
I'm all
better
for it.
than Rogue One.
Library has 2 book clubs currently that meets.
Oh yeah, name one.
Page Turners.
Oh,
And that focuses on mysteries and thrillers.
Okay.
And contemporary classics, which tries to do award winners and bestsellers and highly regarded current things. Although sometimes we do dip into some more classic versus contemporary
you should
choices.
start a third club called the Vinyl Club, where really it's just about listening to
We just listen to albums?
albums
Okay.
on vinyl, and
I'll
people
do it.
can talk about their books.
What? No, so your book club, your YA book club meets.
Have never succeeded.
No, but you do one at the school that works.
Sometimes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And so what do you think the most popular book that you've ever done there is?
The Outsiders.
Okay.
Still a classic.
All right. Mm-hmm.
The Crossover. That was really good. Tuck Everlasting had a pretty good thing going for it.
Walk Two
The
Moons.
Giver.
You also did Walk Two Moons.
Walk Two Moons.
So how
yeah,
many-
none of
you've
the
done
books
quite a
were
few.
actually. None of them were disliked.
Okay.
So
I've had a few over there. I was looking back. The one that we're working on right now, In the Bleak Midwinter by Julia Spencer Fleming. We're meeting for that the first Wednesday of December.
okay.
That will be the 60th book club I've led
Whoa!
since I've been here at the David A. Howe Public Library. So we started in 2014. The first book we did was The Andromeda Strain by your friend and mine, Michael Crichton.
That's true.
And what was interesting about that was I was talking to the group, and there was like this divide between, we really want to read like these sort of highbrow things, and we really want to read like mysteries and thrillers. So we split the book club
Like a Baptist church, it's split in two.
So the first one we did for Page Turners, what ended up morphing into Page Turners, was The Andromeda Strain, which was pretty well received.
Yeah.
Have you read it?
Yeah.
Okay. It's very science heavy. It's like 50% graphs.
Right.
So, but still, it was a pretty popular book. And then we screened the movie afterwards, so it was a fun start.
Yeah.
Contemporary classics. We started with Ann Tyler's then current one, The Beginner's Goodbye, and that was kind of a mixed thing. But then from there, those 2 book clubs sort of diverged, and it was mostly different people doing those. And we have some regulars. We have some people who are here pretty much every single week. We even have 1, sometimes 2, who sort of cross over between the 2, and then we just have random people showing up here and there. So
Randos.
Yeah.
Rando Calrissian.
I like the book clubs because, well, having the 2, they just have such a totally different identity.
Right.
With one being more serious and one being a little bit lighter and more fun. Just because the material that we're talking about is it's more like popcorn thriller kind of feel to it. So they're pretty fun. And what's interesting? I always get a bunch of copies of the book club books to put on display.
Right.
And they all check out, but people don't sign up for the book club. But
Yeah.
they all want to read the book club
Yeah.
books. So I could save myself a lot of work by just pretending we have a book club because the books would still circulate, but we don't.
Yeah.
So had you participated in book clubs much before you came here?
No.
The only
Ever. Never.
never. Okay, I had only done online stuff, like with friends around.
Yeah. We started one.
Yeah, we did that for a little bit.
We started with The Shining.
Yeah, The Shining. And those always kind of fall away, it seems like.
Yeah.
That was the second online book club that I was in. And, the first book club we're yeah, and then by book 2 or 3 it sort of tapers off. But
Right.
Choosing is always fun. Trying to with 2 a month I have to really stay up on it. So I try sometimes to sprinkle in some books that I either have already read, so I can sort of take a break, or books that I was going to read anyway, so it doesn't feel like work. But
Right.
what do you think? Maybe the key to picking a good book club book is?
I don't know. I haven't seen you done it yet.
Oh, burn.
Good night.
But I mean, when you're picking books for like the younger crowd, what do you look for?
Well, with kids, it's easier because there's such like a strong list of like books for kids, you know,
Okay.
for book clubs. Like The Giver and The Outsiders are like just good standards. And kids are easier because they haven't read that stuff.
Yeah.
And so you can pick something like The Outsiders that was written years and, decades
Yeah.
ago, and it doesn't matter because it's new to them.
Right.
And they don't, it's just easier with that.
And you haven't had any resistance to reading like older books, or they just don't care. Just books
No,
that look
I
to
don't.
them,
I
they don't care.
think at that age you don't care.
Okay.
Especially, I mean, they reprint the covers and stuff to make them look contemporary, but I think that's less of an issue
Okay.
for kids.
I liked when speaking of Twilight, as we just were, they did for a while, they released all those covers of like Pride and Prejudice and
Yeah.
Persuasion that looked like the Twilight cover.
Yeah.
I thought that was so clever.
Yeah.
I don't know if that helped at all, but I thought that was a really clever
Yeah.
thing to do.
With kids, when doing the book club, you got to try to find something that will appease both like the girls and boys and the people with their different tastes. Like some only want to read stuff with action in it. Some just want to
Yeah.
read stuff about real life. Some want to read fantasy. It's tricky, man.
Yeah.
So
Well, but one of the things that I've enjoyed about doing it over the last several years is that, I often will find myself reading something that I didn't want to read and would never have read
Right.
outside of the book club. And that's something that they frequently say, the members of the book club is like, I never would have picked this up.
Yeah.
Here's a weird one. Dean Koontz Frankenstein ended up being a really popular pick.
Right.
And I had to sort of be like, no, we're doing it. It's our Halloween book. Just read
Right.
it, And two from the book club, had to have book two,
Yeah.
right away.
Yeah.
The two that were probably the most resistant to reading
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah.
you just
What are
never
you
know.
gonna do?
You never know when that's going to happen. I was not one of those.
No.
I didn't
Sorry,
want to
man.
keep. I didn't want to keep reading.
I know.
But I was going through looking at some past things, and it seems like there have been some the Judas Goat by Robert Parker. I'll mention that one. We did that for Page Turner sort of early on. And that was the first time where we all just showed up and we all just loved the book.
Yeah.
Like nobody really had, it wasn't like, oh, I didn't like that character. Oh, really? I did. So it was kind of like the discussion was kind of like, well, I guess we're done. We
Yeah.
we all just are on the same page here with
I
this.
don't love book clubbing
Okay.
personally.
My wife doesn't like it either. Why don't you like it?
I don't like it, and I've said this before to some
Oh,
people.
yes.
But
The Silver Linings Playbook debacle of
reading,
2012.
Reading for me
Yeah.
it's never been a thing I share at all. Like, I want to watch movies with people. I want to listen to music with people. Every other hobby on earth I want to share, but reading has always just been me. It's just, and it's never been anything that I've never read a good book and oh, I need to give this to somebody. It's always just been I'm glad I read that book.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Interesting.
It's always just been a very personal thing, especially if I do love something like Silver Linings Playbook, I don't want to talk about it because if I loved it, there are things about it that I love. I don't want to hear anybody critique. I'll look up movie reviews constantly, even though I already love the movie or I'm going to see the movie anyways. I'll still
Right.
read movie. I cannot think of the last book review I read.
Really?
Yeah. I just don't read book reviews because I don't care what somebody else has to say
Well,
about books.
it makes sense what you're saying based on the book club experiences I've had with you because
Yeah.
you didn't want to talk about Silver Linings
Yeah.
Playbook at all.
Yeah. I mean, I'll look at
But-
lists,
yeah.
the Hugo list or something. I'll work through that, but I don't look up people's reviews of those books.
Yeah.
So,
But I think that the other books that with the book clubs you participated in here, because I make you,
yeah.
you
No,
are
they're fun, yeah.
very talkative about them because it's probably books that you don't really care about.
Yeah.
You're not super invested in them.
Yeah.
The whole point is to let's talk about
Yeah.
this book. So I guess there's kind of a distinction there
Yeah.
between not wanting to discuss something that you're really into versus let's talk about this thing that I don't care so much about. They always like having you in the book club.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Thanks,
I
everyone.
don't.
Yeah,
I
sure.
think no, thank you.
But book clubs are an interesting thing anyways because I mean, most people when you think about people who would go to a book club, you would think introverts.
yeah,
But they're a lot louder than
Yeah.
you expect.
yeah, it's true.
So,
It's true. I think especially in contemporary classics because of the nature of the books that we read. Sometimes, we've never had a fight,
Right.
but we've definitely had books where there's been two factions of this was a piece of garbage.
I'm pretty sure I was the
and
only one
I
who
loved
liked
this.
Station 11.
Yeah,
In
I
a
think
room
you're
of
right.
4, I was the only one
Yeah.
who had anything nice to
think
say
you're
about
right.
it, and I was like trying to win
Yeah.
them over. I'm like,
Yeah.
don't you see? There was beauty in the death.
Yeah, see, but I like that. I like that's one of my favorite parts about it is having people who like disagree with what I thought about
Yeah.
it because it just makes me feel. Well, Patchwork
Love-
Planet is
yeah.
actually a really good example of this. I read the book totally different than the other. It's a group of women who are older than me in the book club, and they connect. They I guess related to the older characters in the book, and I related to like the protagonist. So they thought it was kind of a sad.
The super cool young feisty
No,
guy
he
with
wasn't.
muscles.
He
and-
wasn't super cool. He just,
Oh, yeah.
so they thought, boy, that was a really sad book, and I didn't get that at all, because it was about this guy worked for a company that was going and doing like errands for people who are older and couldn't do those things themselves, and so I was just kind of following him, but they were thinking like, boy, that's depressing. These people have to call someone to get their Christmas tree out and stuff. So like it made it a totally different. Like I was completely caught off guard by the
Right.
reactions to it, and it made me think about the book a little more. And I thought, boy, that is kind of a sad book. I mean,
Yeah.
I think she was trying to get across that these people have pretty sad lives, And it was a tool, I think, to talk about the protagonist and why the work that he did was important, even though it seemed menial. But anyway, long story short, that book club brought out a completely different side of that book that I would have missed otherwise. So I think that happens more often than not, that somebody will totally read a character or a plot twist or something different than I do, and I don't, I just don't see it coming. So we do I think with the contemporary classics, sometimes we get in a little more of these. Sometimes it's kind of a moral or an ethical question, like we're always bringing up The Light Between Oceans, but the story there, do you know that story?
It's they raise a kid that's not theirs.
Yeah, a kid like washes up on their lighthouse
Right.
island in a boat, and they raise it, and then come to find out the mother is alive and well. And so the book does a really good job of making it like an impossible choice. Do they keep this baby that they've raised, who only knows them at all, there's no attachment to the mother? It's been years, or do they give it back to the grieving mother? And what was so interesting about that book club is that, I mean, we all just sort of came down in different places, and there was no answer. There was no, this is the right thing to do for everyone,
Right.
And so that one was probably the most divided on what people thought. Some people have outright hated, like we did NYPD Red by James Patterson. I snuck one, and Marshall Karp, I should say. I snuck sort of a light one in there to Page Turners. Not good.
Sorry, man.
They hated it. Nashville Noir, including your wife, she wasn't too wild about Nashville
Yeah.
Noir either. That's a Murder, She Wrote. So the ones that are a little bit more like fluffy and shallow, they don't tend to get a lot of attention.
Okay.
Some of the ones like have you read Jonathan Franzen at all?
No.
We read The Corrections, and man, we all hated that. So, but that is the same sort of thing. We
Right.
just spend 15 minutes being like, I hated this, I hated this, I hated this, and then it's like, it's over. So I think it's best the conflicting views coming in. Have you done or participated in a book club where the response really surprised you?
Look up
Book club.
where the response surprised me.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Because you were in the Girl on the Train book club that we did a while back,
Right.
and I was pretty surprised that half of the group hated it as much as they did.
Oh,
Because I know
Yeah.
you thought it was kind of a
depressing. Read.
depressing,
Yeah.
yeah. But I still thought, I mean, didn't you still find were you still intrigued by what
Yeah.
happened? And yeah.
Yeah.
And those, like half of the book club just hated it, just didn't see it at all. So that was pretty surprising for me. I was looking back on the 60 that we've done, and I sort of forgotten that we did that YA for Adult book club for a
Yeah,
while,
we did.
which started really strong.
Sure
It
did.
was a lot of fun. Like, I wish we could make a go of that, because
Yeah.
I enjoyed doing that.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah. I think the problem is people just don't want to admit they read young adult.
Right. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
which is
that
too bad
could
because
be.
they all read it and they read so much.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I know.
I know we had it was a big hit with Divergent, less so with Eleanor and Park, and then nobody for Cinder.
Yeah, Cinder pretty much.
So,
yeah.
I was like,
Which I
fine.
liked.
Yeah.
Marissa Meyer's Cinder was surprising to me.
Yeah.
You know, that's another example. I never, ever, ever would have picked that book up. So
Yeah,
that was
man.
good. Looking over the ones we've repeated a few authors here and there. We did 2 Dean Koontz for Halloween. We did Odd Thomas one year. And then we did Salem's Lot by Stephen King. And then we returned to Dean Koontz with Frankenstein. We've done Joyce Carol Oates wins because we've done 4 Joyce Carol Oates
Yeesh.
with the 2 book clubs. We did The Barons for Page Turners. That's one of more of her psychological thrillers. Then we did Brocard Blues, I'll Take You There, and We Were the Mulvaneys.
When are you gonna do Jack of Spades?
That would be a good Halloween one.
Yeah, man. It's not too late, man. Your list isn't cemented.
I've got it set. I already ordered copies of the book. We're doing Peter Straub's Ghost Story. I've never read Peter Straub. Have you?
No.
He's like a horror writer.
We'll see.
Okay. All right, we'll do it. We did 2 McCall Smith because he was coming. #1 Ladies Detective Agency and Emma. Like I said, we started with The Beginner's Goodbye for Ann Tyler, and then the last Page Turner's book we just did was Patchwork Planet.
Right.
And then we did the 2 Rainbow Rowells because you and I did Eleanor and Park with YA for Adult.
You did
And then
Landline?
Yeah, Landline.
Are you gonna do attachments?
I've done attachments in another book club,
Okay.
so I haven't done any of the other ones.
Okay.
Is she writing still, Rainbow Rowell? I haven't heard anything about a new one coming out.
Well, she just did Carry On.
Yeah, it seems like that was at least a year ago. wasn't
No.
it? Was it more recent? Oh, okay.
Maybe.
All right.
Maybe it has been a bit.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to the crop of books that we have this year.
Yeah.
I just mentioned a couple here
Okay.
coming up, but that's not the right list at all.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm getting there, man.
Anytime.
Yeah.
I can vamp. Hey,
I don't think you can.
listeners, if you're
Well,
Are
of
you
course,
ready?
some of the ones that you and I have talked about quite a bit, we're going to be doing The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna and the Underground Railroad, and The Nest by Cynthia D'Apric Sweeney. Those are all on
the
contemporary.
nest is that's
classics.
the one about the family that has to deal with a less than desirable inheritance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. We're also doing Eileen by Otessa Mosfe, or however you
Come
say that.
on,
That was
Eileen.
Come on, Eileen. Yeah, I get it. That was one of the finalists for the Man Booker.
Hmm.
It sounded really good to me, so snuck that one on there. For Page Turns, we got a couple of good things coming up. And this will be a first John Grisham we've done. We're going to do The Pelican Brief by John Grisham early on.
Okay.
We're going to be doing The Woman in Cabin 10. Maybe you've heard of that. We're going to be doing
Yes.
Still Life.
I think I signed up for that one.
Yeah, we're Still Life by Louise Penny. Louise Penny is very popular.
Is she?
Yeah, among our group here, and we've talked about doing a Louise Penny, and I've had to bump her. I think when we booked McCall Smith, I pushed her down. So, got that one on again. We're going to do our first Mary Higgins Clark. We're going to be doing I've Got You Under My Skin.
Okay.
So a lot of good stuff. We already said David Baldacci's coming on here. We're going to try a Tess Gerritsen. So I always like getting to the point in the year where I get to start thinking about what we're going to do for next year, because I have so many that I want to work on there. And I also try to take into account like what people have asked for or suggested to try to get those in. So I think it's a pretty good crop. They meet on a regular schedule, so the Page Turners Book Club meets the first Wednesday of the month at 3:30. We meet up in my office. Contemporary Classics meets the third Tuesday of every month, and that's also 3:30, also up in my office. So next up for Page Turners, we're just winding down on In the Bleak Midwinter by Julia Spencer Fleming. That's going to meet December 7th.
Okay.
And then our Christmas book is A Highland Christmas, which actually meets, that's by MC Beaton, which actually meets right after Christmas.
Okay.
Contemporary Classics, we don't have a Christmas, like a December meeting because it's too close to Christmas, but The Nightingale is first up, and that's January 17th. And then the February book, Underground Railroad, where people have to read it, tell me why they like it so much because I don't get it.
Yeah.
Do you have any picks in mind for what you're going to do next year? Any that you've been wanting to work into the book club?
Yours? Mine.
Yours.
The one with the kids?
Yeah.
They've been asking for books that I thought were a little older. Like, they've been asking for, like, Maze Runner
Oh.
and Hunger Games and stuff.
Really?
But we've been reading, like, The Outsiders and stuff, so I
Yeah.
didn't know what the reading level, because those are longer books and everything.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We might try to find, like, the younger young adult books then and bring them
Really?
in.
Okay.
So,
Oh, that'd be interesting.
yeah. The request is heavy for Maze Runner.
How do those go? I mean, what do you have
I
any
just
kind of
sit there
structure?
no. Just
Okay.
ask questions.
Yeah, we don't either. I
I
never.
usually start with it's not a free, like, they don't just talk. I have to ask questions.
Okay.
But usually it's just like who liked the book, who didn't like the
Okay.
book, and then I start with why didn't you like the book?
Yeah, I usually try to get a sense from the crowd. We don't follow a real a strict thing. It's just kind of we go where the conversation goes. We bounce around. I guess I moderate it, and I try to sort of keep things going and
Right.
keep some sort of a structure in it, but it's very informal, very loose. And again, it's not a thing that you have to commit to doing every single book club. Anybody ever wants to just show up and do one, they can. There's no, you're not hooked for life.
Right.
So we always like to have new people. So we're definitely open to that. We've actually grown the last couple of months. We've seen an increase. So that's good. But anyway, I like to do book clubs. They're probably my favorite programming that I do here, just because it's the kind of thing I like to do anyway. Read and talk about books, and it just it works really well. I like the sort of core group we have, and it's always nice when we get new people coming.
I think you've been resting in your laurels too long. I'm going to start a competitive page turners book club.
Really?
Right at the library.
Really?
Yep, for adults.
Wow.
And we're gonna see.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna have
You
to
know
work
what?
even harder than before, man.
You know what? To tell you no would make it seem like I'm threatened, and I'm not
Yeah,
threatened at
well.
all. So good wishes to you, my friend.
All right. I guess I shouldn't tell you about who our first guest speaker will be.
Don't you dare.
Mr. James.
Don't say it.
Paddington. James Paddington.
James, I've never heard of.
No, he's a new author.
New.
Well, unpublished.
Unpublished.
We're gonna be reading his manuscript.
So he has written something. It's complete.
Well, I think he needs our help finishing it or starting it.
Okay.
He was very vague when he called me from his landline.
Okay, sure. So you're I see. So you're gonna get a group together and essentially write a book for a failed author.
Well, he hasn't failed yet.
Okay.
James Paddington, you've.
Well, Godspeed, my
can
friend.
do
That's all I can
Yeah.
say to you.
He said he's bringing pizza or a pizza menu. Again,
would-
it was unclear.
Oh, he's gonna bring the
Yeah.
menu, and then
yeah.
so probably everybody.
Yeah, he
you
ran
go-
out of minutes.
You go Dutch, so everybody's gonna
yeah.
pitch you. Okay, well,
Yeah.
we have snacks at
How'd
our
you
book
know?
club.
How'd you know it was entirely in Dutch?
Oh, it's Dutch.
Yeah.
Wow,
So
it's gonna be great.
he doesn't speak a lick of
It's
English.
gonna be really great.
So
Okay. Well, coming up, we just sort of laid out some of the things we're going to do. We're going to be talking about the Goodreads Choice Awards, so you can take a look at that. We're gonna talk a little bit about Star Wars in the next couple of weeks because the new movie's coming out.
should we say deal with it or you're welcome?
I guess it depends. on
You're
their
welcome.
deal with it.
Oh.
I thought.
No, I was
like
gonna
a
go
good-
with you're welcome.
Good cop, bad
Yeah.
cop. Okay, all right.
Wait, which one of us was the good cop?
I have
then?
no idea. We're also going to talk Christmas. So send us your favorite Christmas books
No.
and movies. We're going to do it.
Okay.
We're going to do it.
Okay.
Do we need to bring in a guest host for that?
Maybe. Did we have one last time?
No, we didn't.
Who
But
else?
If you're
who,
going to be
who
a
do
problem,
you know could come in and like bring the Christmas cheer along
I
with
don't
you?
know. It's just me.
Maybe.
It's just me.
Do you
I'm
think
a
you could
lone
get Santa
ranger.
Claus?
The Santa Claus.
Yeah.
I probably like.
I tell you what, you could save my Christmas spirit if you got Santa Claus to come on this podcast.
I think I could probably get him in like March, but he's pretty busy during December.
Fine.
Okay. All right. Well, let's talk library news then, buddy. What do you got coming up?
I don't have a visit from Santa Claus
I'm sorry.
coming up,
I'm sorry.
so that's some library news. Nothing super new coming up. We are showing Kubo and the Two Strings. You know that character's a guy? I thought Kubo
Yeah.
was a girl.
Yeah, I know it was a guy.
What a letdown.
It's not Cuba.
Okay. Anyway, Kubo and the Two Strings, rated PG, is this Friday, whichever, what is that?
December 2nd.
December 2nd at 3:30, part of our after-school matinee
Yeah.
movie film series.
Just so exciting.
It is exciting. Let's see. Every Monday, we got Minecraft Mondays at 3 o'clock. Every Tuesday, we got After School Card Club at 3 o'clock. Every Wednesday at 5:30, we've got our Teen Anime Club.
Ooh.
Do you mean that?
Yeah, I
You
do.
mean that,
No,
ooh.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you.
You know what's really funny?
Tell me.
We had 15 kids last Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And people had told me, like, be prepared for a small group and everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, we'll see.
I had faith in you.
And there they were, the 15 kids.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this used to be our high.
Yeah.
And like, I remember when we hit 15, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, we're
Yeah.
gonna run out of room.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we normally get like 25 or
Yeah.
so kids. And so it was like the most relaxing teen
Yeah.
anime club I've had in forever. I just
Well,
put my feet
good
up
for
like,
you.
you guys, you just have fun running
It's a
around.
Thanksgiving
You know,
miracle.
like you gather around the Sega Genesis,
Yep.
less people to take turns with.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still only a
You have
two.
a Sega Genesis.
That would be really cool.
That would be great. A retro gaming
Didn't-
station. Well, let me tell you what I have coming up. We mentioned Frozen on December 12th.
Yeah.
We're also showing A Christmas Carol on December 20th at 2
Right.
o'clock. But big news is the Nutcracker coming back. So Friday, December 9th, 7 o'clock. Saturday, December 10th, 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
And Sunday, December 11th, 2:00 p.m.
Yep.
These usually fill the whole place, so you're definitely going to want to get here early.
First
for that.
come, first serve.
So that's what we have coming up next. Pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Pretty exciting. What are you doing over there?
I'm typing in a filthy joke that I don't want to say on air.
Wow.
But I want you to definitely see it.
Yikes. Okay. Jeez. Well, with that, I guess we're going to close up shop unless you got anything else you want to add. All right. Well,
Huh?
yeah.
It's filthy.
It's not, but
Okay.
it's not. It's just a childish pun, really. So, all right. That's going to do it for us
A
this
childish
week.
pun to what, Nick?
We'll
What did I pun?
see you next time. Goodbye.